So how do I get internet in challenging places like this? I have three means of connecting to the internet when I'm on the road. One being Starlink Mini, which is really great. Second is 4G modem, which connects to my 4G antenna on top of my roof. And the third one being mobile hotspot. So let's discuss every single means of connecting to internet I'm using on the road, pros and cons, and you can decide for yourself what kind of setup would be the most beneficial for you. To do that, let's go on the roof and I will show you my Starlink setup and 4G antenna. So on this side we have 4G/5G antenna, which is made by pointing, and that antenna connects to my 4G modem, which connects in turn to my Wi-Fi router. And on the other side I've got Starlink Mini with the plastic case hooked up via 4 magnetic feet, and here we have power cable and Ethernet cable which goes directly to my switch. And let me show you how everything plugs in together inside. So what we have here is a nice little cabinet. On the right we have lots of tea. On the left we have all the tech. This is my Netgear 4G modem/router. Device on the right is 12 to 24 volts converter for Starlink, followed by the rocker switch. Device on the right is mini gigabit switch, and the one on the left is Gl.iNet router. Behind the cables we have 2 USB ports. And connection wise, you have external antenna connected to Netgear modem router, both Ethernet cables from Starlink Mini and 4G. They're going to my mini switch, which is in turn plugged in to my Gl.iNet router. And the reason for 12 to 24 volts converter is then after recent updates to Starlink firmware, stability wasn't up to par. Starlink Mini is my most often used connection. It works everywhere, you just have to remember about certain things. But advantages of Starlink: very decent connection speeds. During peak times in Spain and France, on average I'm getting around 140 megabits download and 20 megabits upload. Out of peak times, download is reaching up to 300 megabits and upload is going as far as 40 megabits per second. So that is pretty decent. But now, of course, there are disadvantages to using Starlink on the road. First being price is 89 euros at this moment after the recent price hikes, which is quite expensive if you don't need to be connected every single day and everywhere. Another downside is it will take more power from your battery bank. After a recent software update, Starlink uses between 20 and 35 watts of power. So you need to bear that in mind. Another disadvantage is you need to have 110 degrees open sky for Starlink to work. If you have less than that, it will still work for stuff like websites, Netflix, but if you want to have uninterrupted Zoom calls or voice calls, it may stutter, it may lose connection. So moving on to 4G connection, I'm using that in situation when I want to park in shaded area around tall buildings, somewhere inside the forest, when I don't have 110 degrees view of open sky, when I have heavy snowfall or rainfall, when Starlink is purely not behaving to the level I want it to behave. 4G connection may save your day. Currently I'm in France and I'm using Lebara SIM card, which is 14 euros for 300 250 gigabytes of data, and that gives me on average 110 megabits download speed and about 30-40 megabits upload, depending on the location and how close to the cell tower I am. In situation when my Starlink Mini is not working because of obstacles, weather, and 4G doesn't have any coverage in mountainous terrain, or I'm very far away from the cell tower, usually I will resort to my mobile hotspot, which is in different network, and I'm hoping I will be closer to the cell tower. So that's the third means of me getting online. If this video helped you in any way, please leave like and subscribe for more content like this. And if you have any questions how to set up Starlink on the road, about power requirement and what would be good in your situation, I will try to answer all your comments. And till the next video.